The purpose of this video is to show schedule builders how to do a build validate, which checks for errors in the PowerScheduler setup that will prevent you from building a schedule. You have to, before you can build a schedule, you have to validate until you are error-free. That's one of the later steps. Once you get through in the process, it's listed as a later step. I do want to mention it is fantastic if you run this as you go because you can find errors that you create or even to start. This is scheduling for 1920 at Liberty High School. Haven't even started yet. Haven't put any information in. We've just set it up for you. I'm going to run a build validate just to show the benefits of running this periodically to find errors before we end up in the schedule building room because you can find things. Might have worked fine last year, but you've made staff changes or things since that already will cause problems. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into PowerSchool from the start page. You go to PowerScheduler. Okay, PowerScheduler, to do a build validate, we're going to come down to processing. We're going to click on build. Then we're going to make sure we hit this validate only button because we know we can't build a schedule. We don't have requests. We don't have teacher assignments, anything like that. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to hit execute. Key thing, only one person at a time at each building can be doing this. And if you try and hit that button twice, it'll cause problems. You have to wait. When it comes up, you're going to go ahead and run the schedule build process. This PowerScheduler node pops up pretty quick. I'm going to go to the queue. So if I want to see the results of a build, I go to the queue right here. So I'm going to click on the queue. I've already run a couple today. And I'm going to look and say, I don't want the one I ran first or second. I want this one. I ran it at 8:37:05. These are not always in the order that they're run. They usually are, but they're not always. So you look at the latest one you ran. We're going to click on results log and we're going to view that. Once we view it, we're going to go ahead and highlight this information because it tells us we have 236 validation errors. We're going to highlight this. I'm highlighting it very easily on a PC. You probably have to start at the bottom and work your way up with a click and a drag on a Mac, and then you right click when everything's highlighted and copy it. I'm going to paste this special into Excel and sort it. Okay. When I sort it, that gives me all my errors at the top. We're not going to worry about warnings right now, but we're going to get all our errors at the top. Now you can see I had 230 some errors, but this is only showing me 56. If you look at these bottom errors, it's because it tells you, hey, this error message number 89 has occurred 25 times. We're not going to show it anymore. So what you want to do is come up and look at the types of errors you're getting. So we can see here, this is an error. David Fulkerson, the invalid code is social studies for the department code. Well, all right, we can pop over here, look up the teacher, look up Mr. Fulkerson, and we can change and reassociate this to apparently Liberty High's departments have changed. So we're going to change it to this. These social studies, we're going to change that. What I know personally is we made that change last year to those departments. Mr. Fulkerson works at North. He's probably teaching one class at Liberty, probably teaching a student or two who travels to Liberty North, or he's a Liberty virtual teacher. So now he's active at Liberty High, but he's not set up correctly. So we fixed that error. I'd come in here to my Excel sheet and delete that. Now, this is one thing you're going to see if you do this early. Accounting, the section count is 0. Well, we haven't done any schedule building yet. We haven't assigned any teachers. So all these notices that the section count is 0, those are things that we can ignore because we know for a fact we haven't done any teacher assignments yet. So we don't need to worry about those errors yet. Those will fix themselves later, or we can deal with them later after we're done with all our teacher assignments. Now, this is an interesting error. We got an advanced woodworking class. I'm not sure why it lists it twice. I think I know why, but it's saying, hey, advanced woodworking, the course term length is 2, but the term found, it's an invalid term found for the course. It doesn't match the term length. I know because I know the schedule for North at Liberty High, advanced woodworking is a year-long class. So if we come over here and go to PowerScheduler and go to the course and find Advanced Woodworking, and we look at the course setup, knowing it's a year-long class, somehow, some way, for some reason, someone changed it to be semester 1 and semester 2 instead of just being year-long. So we can adjust that. That would fix that. So in other words, we have the ability to find some errors that have creeped into your PowerScheduler setup since your last build. So that's a reason it's a good idea to go ahead and run a build validate as soon as you get your engine downloaded and installed on your computer that you're going to do builds with. And that is and then you can run this. You can run this anytime you make major changes to see if you've created errors, if you add rooms, if you add teachers, if we add a course, or if you know a course changed from being year long to semester or semester to year. These are ways you can go and find that and figure out, kind of fix your errors as you go. Sorry for the long video, but hope that helps.